Through the gills. Oh. What is going on, doggies? Welcome back to another video and welcome to a survival challenge. This is what I've been walking around in the bush for the last 3.5 hours for. These big tall bits of bamboo here, these ones here as well, all these little fluffy bits down here, they're no good to us, but what we want, we come up in here, have a look at this. That is absolutely bloody beautiful. This piece of bamboo here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is 6 meters, 5 meters long. Beautiful pieces of bamboo on the inside there. Jesus. All right, what we want is this big one here. That is absolutely bloody. Actually, there's quite a few really nice pieces of bamboo up here. That's another good one there. And there. There, that one. All right. This one here is pretty bloody straight. That's beautiful. Oh. Jesus. There she goes. All right, so what we got going on here is we've got a beautiful shaft. It's clean, it's ready to go. And we've just got a couple of tools out of my car because what I want to do with this spear, I want this spear, well, this spear has to work. We're going to be doing a 24-hour survival challenge. Legitimately, we're not going to have any food. 24 hours, it's not long, it's just a little bit of fun. But what I really want to do is make a spear that actually works. Something that's going to work once, twice, 3 times. Hopefully I can use this in different episodes and hopefully I can keep it forever and hang it on the wall once I'm done with it. But what I want to do is make a spear that actually works, and that's where this crab hook, oops, excuse me, that's where this crab hook comes into play. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sacrifice this crab hook. You guys have seen this in a heap of videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut sections of this prong of this actual wire off. So what I've got in my bag are some very basic tools. I've got an old school file, I've got a hacksaw blade, not a hacksaw, just a hacksaw blade. We've got a hammer and we've got a Leatherman. That is they're pretty much all the tools that we've got to build this spear. Like I said, I need this spear to work. So we've got a couple of tools with us today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this hacksaw blade and cut 3 prongs out of this steel crab hook here. There you go, that is 3 spear tips ready to go. So we no longer have a crab hook. Luckily, we've got a couple more crab hooks floating around in the tinny. So this one is now used as a spear tip, or 3 spear tips. What this spear is gonna have, we're gonna have 3 spear prongs hanging out of the spear. Now this is what's actually gonna go through the fish, the stingray, or whatever we spear. So now what I'm gonna do is very carefully, we've got this beautiful hole in our bamboo here. What we're gonna do is, hopefully, they should fit. We're going to fit our 3 spear prongs or spear tips into this hole individually. All right, now this is why I brought a hammer, because I knew there weren't any rocks out here. All right, that is a bloody beautiful fit. If you can see that there, we've got those 3 bits of steel prong in there. Now the only problem is This bamboo is super wet. It's extremely wet. We've just cut it down out of that cluster over there. So what you got to do is you've got to bind this up with something to stop it from splitting. So that's what we're going to do now. There we go. That tie wire is 90% done. So that's the kind of finish you get there. Here's the steel prongs hanging out the end like that. It's not finished, it's nowhere near finished, but that's the stage we're at now. All right. That's definitely bloody worked. What I've done is I've just cut another piece of this little bit of steel, stuck it between the 3 prongs, hammered it in with that hammer, and as I was hammering it in, you can feel this tie wire really bloody expanding. So right now this is under a complete pressure here. Those steel rods are never, ever coming out. They are in there for good. So that's what our spear is looking like. It's pretty much 99% done. There's that beautiful little tie wire job there. Big, beautiful bamboo spear. This thing should do the job. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna sit around the fire this afternoon. I'm gonna sharpen these tips up either on a rock or just sit there all night and just scratch it on a rock, or I've got that file in the bag, I'll just file them sharp. It's gonna take a while, but you gotta take the good with the bad. But that's pretty much it. What I gotta do now is, I've got about a 6 or a 7 hour drive north of here, and when we arrive in that destination, the 24-hour no food challenge starts, and we can only catch fish using this spear, which we've just made here in this dried up little creek bed. So I'm pretty bloody excited for it. Hopefully we can plug at least 1 or 2 fish with this spear. I'm pretty bloody frothed for this one. See you guys very, very soon. We are finally on location. This in my background right now, we are in remote Australia. I've just been dropped off. It's about a 4 to a 4.5 hour drive to the closest town. So if anything hits, if shit hits the fan tonight, we are a long way from help. And it's just you and me. We're gonna be stuck out here for the next 24 hours. We're gonna be sleeping up here in this mangrove system somewhere. We've only got the supplies in this little baby backpack on my back, and that is it. Pretty much what the aim of the game is, to survive out here for the next 24 hours using that spear which we made yesterday. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start walking. This mangrove system goes for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. So I'm just gonna walk the whole entire day. We're gonna get lost in this mangrove system. Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm bloody excited for it. Let's kick this one in the ass. Let's see if this spear actually works. I was sharpening up the prongs around the fire last night, and I thought to myself, why would I just put that one little bit of steel in the shaft there? So I ripped that little bit of steel out. I sacrificed another crab hook. So now what we've done is we've got the 4 prongs in the end of the bamboo, if you can see that there. So once I nailed in that 4th prong, it really expanded that section of the spear. And look mate, those spear tips, they are not coming out anytime soon. So it's a really rigid, strong spear. The only doubts that I do have is that bamboo is still a little bit wet, but except for that, it should work. We should be able to plug ourselves a couple of fish, start a fire, and just have one hell of a time. So we've got a massive day ahead of us, a massive walk ahead of us. Let's see what today brings. It's gonna be bloody exciting. Have a go at this here. Oh, there it goes. Beautiful little shark. That would be an incredible feed around the fire if we can plug one of those sharks. Many little sharks around here. Wow. There are some massive crab holes around here. I'm talking big mud crab holes. I don't really want to target mud crabs. What I really want to do today is put this spear to the test. That is the goal, to see if we can get a fish on this spear. But look, if we come across a big crab, I'm not going to hesitate to chuck that in the backpack because it's one of my favourite things to eat. It'll be beautiful around the fire. But I really want to get a fish with this spear. I'm not gonna say no to a crab though. So this is the kind of country that we're dealing with right now. You got big mangroves on the right hand side there, and then you got these massive tidal flats. Look at this right there. That's a shark right there. Have a look at that. I could literally plug that shark right now. Look at this. Huh. Anyway, like I was saying, we've got these big tidal flats. There's some big crab holes up in here in the mangroves, and over here you got these little oyster shelves. It's just a magical place of the world. Oh, look at that crab hole there. That's the monster. Oh, it's very tempting just to start hunting for mud crabs. Oh my God, have a look at that. There are millions of massive whiting. It's a little bit early in the day to be throwing this spear, but you guys can see those little silver flickers. They're all whiting. Oh, there's no shortage of them. Going to be selective with our throws today. I'm only going to throw this spear at things that we can eat. There's a lot of fish there though. Oh, that's a massive mullet. That is exactly what I've come for. They're so far away. I'm just going to have a shot. Hey. Good mullet. Oh. Ah. Oh, there's that fish again. I'm just gonna have a shot at it. Ready? What is that? Oh, it's a big queenie. Have a look at the size of that queenie. All right, this is starting to become really hard. Oh, we're good. That was a big fish. Look at that mullet right there. Stay there. That was close. That was a big mullet. Oh. Look at that. That is another little shark. Beautiful eating little shark. Oh. Hello, little fella. Little octopus, having the time of his life. There's a lot of wildlife out here right now. Many little fish, many little sharks, octopus everywhere, mud crab holes everywhere. Absolute paradise, mate. One shark, two sharks. There's another shark behind me somewhere here. Look at this little fella here. Where are you? There he is there, look. There is no shortage of small baby sharks out here. They are absolutely everywhere. Sort of don't really want to target sharks. They're a beautiful eating, at that size, they're beautiful eating. There's heaps back there. Whole entire flats are full of sharks, but I'd rather sort of target something like a big juicy and oily mullet or something along those lines. Have a look at this. Can you see that shovel-nosed shark there? Shovel-nosed ray. Have a look at him. Look how close we're getting to him. There he goes, look at him. Yes. Look at that. We got a mullet. You're kidding. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, we've done it. Look at this. It's not a monster, but I tell you what, if we can get 4 or 5 of these, that's going to be a feed. Look at that. That spear's gone straight through his head. Pretty much put him to sleep instantly. All right, so we've got a mullet. That is a beautiful little mullet there. First fish of the day. I'm going to chuck him in my bag. And I was hoping we could get a couple of big slobs. You never know, it's still early in the day. We still might get it done, but I'm just going to keep this in my bag just in case, so we don't go hungry tonight. Here's a beautiful little fish. Look at that. It's a mullet. That's what we come for. All right. Let's see if we can get a couple more. It's actually a really bloody hard to get the power behind the throw of the spear. You need a proper spear thrower. But for now, these little fish will do. It's going to be a feed around the fire later on. That's killer. Is that fish on? Yes! That is beautiful. That is what I'm talking about. Right there. That is a beautiful little whiting. Oh, look at that. That's good eating. Yes. Starting to get a little bit of a feed here, doggies. That is a beautiful little whiting. It's actually not a bad size. He'd be beautiful on the coals. These are really nice eating. So we've just plugged a whiting. We've got a mullet. We're starting to make a little bit of a feed here. Oh, look at this. There's a big school of fish right there. What are they, whiting again? They're really thick. I could probably just about take a pot shot at them. Oh, they're small, hey? Pot shot. Oh! Ah, the boy has got his eye in. Here we go. We are gathering a feed now. There's another beautiful mullet. Yeah. Here we go. Look at this. There is another beautiful little mullet on the handmade spear. We plugged him twice, one through the back, one through the ribs there, through the gills. So that's 2 fish. That's 2 fish in about bloody 3 seconds. We're going good. We've got 3 fish now. We're starting to make a little bit of a feed. I'm still looking for that big dog, but we've got 2 fish. No, we've got 3 fish in the bag now. We're gonna have a nice little feed. Let me put these fish to sleep. We'll keep continuing. This is too good. Hey, we're eating good tonight. We've got 3 little baby fish. But I mean, that is the whole entire aim of the game. The whole entire reason that I'm out here is to make a spear and see if we can actually catch fish with it. We've got 3 fish in my bag right now. So look, we're eating, at least we've got food. That's the whole entire point of this mini survival challenge. We've got the food we came for. We're just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna get a heap of those little fish. Need a fair few of them to fill up, but we'll just keep looking. Surely by the end of the day, we're gonna come across some big dog I can have a shot at, but so far so good. That wind is just starting to pick up a little bit now. I don't know if you guys can see the water. It's just starting to get this little bit of an ugly chop on the surface, and it's still chalk milk brown. But I'm starting to get my eye on with this spear. I'm sort of figuring out how to throw it. It's a bloody good way to spend a day. Flies are thick, the wind's picking up, and I'm absolutely frothing. This is what it's all about. Good times, really good times. Nah, missed him. That was a hard shot. It's so windy. Couple of fish here. Nice! Here we go. Have a look at that. I'll take that any day of the week. Little fishing lure. Keep this place beautiful. Fire! Come on, a little bit closer. A little bit closer. That's it. Blah! Yes, look at that. Alright, I've just come in to give the spear tips a little bit of loving because we've had quite a few throws. I've probably had about, I don't know, 15 to 20 throws of the spear. Occasionally they're smashing into rocks, and just giving these tips a little bit of a loving, a little bit of a sharpen up. So when we find that big fish that we're actually out here for, I can get that spear all the way through it. But look, I'm pretty happy with this spear so far. Like I said, we've had about 20 throws, and not one thing has come undone. This is still really tight. I've been throwing this into rocks, and these things are very solid still, and it's just really keeping its shape. Very happy with it so far. It's got us those 3 fish. They're not monsters, but look, it's a feed. That's what we're out here for. So we've got the 3 fish. Day's still young, it's only early afternoon, so we've got probably about another 5 hours before that sun sets. We've still got to start making a little bit of a bedroom, but we've got a heap more Ks to walk that way. Hopefully we come across a big school, a big mullet, we can have a shot, or even different fish. You just never know what you're gonna see out here. All right, here's the game plan. A little bit of change of plans. That wind has come in right now, and it is blowing so strong that the whole entire ocean out there is just whitecaps. In here, it is chock milk water. And then with the wind on the surface, it just makes it near on impossible to see, even like 20 mil under the surface. So we've walked, I don't know how many Ks. I've been walking for about 5 hours. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn back. We're gonna double back the way we came. And about halfway from where we started and where we are now, there's a little, felt like it was a little bit of a protected bay. The angle of this wind is just, there's nowhere that we're really gonna get the clear water except for that bay. If you can't continue walking that way, the land starts to bow out like this, and it's just gonna get affected by the wind. So we're gonna double back on ourselves, head back the way we came. Maybe we'll set up a bit of a camp there for the night, and hopefully that water's a little bit calmer, because this here in the background, it's just chalk milk, and it's just not good. So we're gonna punch that way. Hopefully we get a little bit of that clear water so we can spear that big dog we come for. Fingers crossed, eh? Have a look at that water. Chalk milk brown, can't see a thing. Wind is blowing 20, 25 knots, full on white caps out there. It probably looks incredible on the camera. This probably looks like a full glass off, but I'm telling you right now, that ain't no glass off. In here, you can just see, like, you can barely see that rock in the water. How am I supposed to see fish? Hopefully, we'll keep pushing up. We've got about another hour to walk back up here. Hopefully that little bay's a bit protected. If not, we've got 3 fish for dinner, that'll do. A couple more would be nice. Just walking up here, big mud crab sitting out of its hole, and it's just gone in its hole then. So I'm gonna quietly come around the back, see if he's there. Big crab, big crab. This could be a game changer for our meal tonight. Oh no, it's shit water, really murky. All right, so just up here, 100% there's a crab in a hole. I'm not gonna piss him off. I'm not gonna go and stick the spear in the hole because I've got no way of hooking him out right now. And I don't just wanna spear it in the face and drag it out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna play the waiting game. We'll sit outside of its hole, we'll sit above the hole, and when he walks back out, generally what they do, they'll walk back out of their hole again. I'll try to block the hole with its spear, and we'll just grab the crab with our hand. I'll give myself 10, 15 minutes just chilling and waiting on this hole here. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of a change of plan. I know there's a crab in this hole. I've got the smallest mullet that we speared today. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this mullet as bait. I'm gonna sit it 30 centimeters in front of its hole and just let that smell of the mullet fill up this little pool of water. That crab, being a crab, they're a scavenger. It should come out to feed on this mullet. As soon as it comes out to feed on the mullet, we're gonna get it with a spear. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how long this takes. Should work. I've been sitting here patiently for, I don't know, 15, 10 minutes. Can't see any movement in the water, so he's obviously gone way back to the back of his hole. He's not interested in that mullet. I've sacrificed a beautiful mullet to catch this crab, and he doesn't want a bar of it. So what I might do is just have a little poke around with the spear, see if we can just push him out of his hole. Definitely a crab in there, 100% a crab in there. But that's all we can do now, is we'll just have a little poke around, see if we can get him out. If not, we'll keep punching. We've got so many Ks to walk back to that little bay. Surely there's going to be a crab on the way, but there's definitely one here. It's not a very good hole. It's very wide, not very deep. Let's keep pushing on. Definitely a crab in there somewhere, but look at this. I don't even know if you guys can see it in the chalk milk water, but that right there is a big shovel-nosed shark. I reckon I could just about grab it with my hand. Ready? Watch this. Oh, that was very close. We almost had a shovel-nosed shark. See it there? There he is, look at him. Hey, big rig! There he goes. So close to catching that by hand. Anyway, this is the current situation. It is blowing its tits off. I can't see anything in this water anymore. It's over. Well, it's actually not over, it's just over for now. So what's happening is that tide is pushing up really, really quickly. So we've got a big tide today. That tide's going to completely fill in this whole mangrove system behind me. That's going to fill up with water, and usually what happens is once that fills up with water, it starts cleaning up a little bit more, so we can go hunting this arvo back through this mangrove system. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more of a feed. We can add to the 3 fish that we've got. So what we'll do now is we'll use this time while it's unfishable, and we'll go and build a shelter for tonight. We've got to find somewhere where we're going to sleep. We've got to go find a little place where we can start a fire, gather some wood, all that fun stuff. So flies are friendly, mate. So that's what we'll do. Call it quits on the spearing and mutter crabbing, and we'll go have a look at a shelter, somewhere to sleep for the night. All right, I am done with walking for the day. I'm absolutely cooked. I've done some serious Ks, and this little sandy patch you see in the back here, this is home for the night. I'm done and dusted. That tide would have come up about 2 or 3 meters, just literally watching it as I walk. I've walked all the way up. I've actually walked back quite far to fight in this little area. This is probably the most protected place from the wind. Everywhere else is just blowing like you wouldn't believe. So what we're gonna do is just set up a little bit of a camp here for the night, and that's me done. But what I really wanted to do in this episode is go back to the old school Indonesian days. When I first started this YouTube channel, I literally used to sleep on the floor, with no blankets, no shelter, nothing. I just used to sleep on the floor. So that's the kind of vibe I want to have in this video again. Just me personally, I like putting myself in uncomfortable shit situations. So that's what we're doing. We're literally just gonna, this is the only sandy spot I found, far enough away from the mangroves, should be away from the sandflies and mosquitoes. This wind is gonna keep them away as well, but I'm just gonna sleep straight on the sand tonight. No blanket, no doona, no pillow, just straight on the sand. We're gonna start a little fire, cook these fish up. They're probably getting hot in my bag, and we'll go for another little spear down there on sunset. Hopefully the water clears up just that little bit. But this is home, doggies, and I'm pretty excited about it. My legs are cooked. Home sweet home, baby. Look at it, it ain't much. That's a big dog. There we go. How about that? What I'm talking about. That is good. Alright, so what we've done here is, I said that I wasn't going to build a shelter, I just wanted to go back to the Indo days, but what we've done is we've just built a very minimalistic windbreak. We've got 4 rocks, a couple of rocks on the windy side of it, and that's all we need for the night. So pretty much what this little couple of rocks are doing here, it's just going to be our windbreak for the night. So when I'm sleeping, I'm out of that wind, the wind is pumping from over there, getting pushed over this way. So at least I'm out of the wind here, and it shouldn't be too bad of a sleep. I'm not too worried about snakes, spiders, all that kind of stuff. This place is very prone to get snakes, but the odds of a snake coming up to me when I'm asleep are very, very small. So I'm not too worried about that. Mosquitoes, sandflies, I'm pretty high up on the hill here. This isn't really beach sand, this is like that sort of outback sand. So sandflies shouldn't be a problem. Too windy for mosquitoes. Could be a bloody good night's sleep. We'll see how we go, but about another hour, an hour or two, I'm gonna head back out there at sunset, see if we can plug that big fish that we came for with the spear. And if not, we've got those 3 beautiful little fish. They're down there in a water hole, staying cool. They're out of the sun, so they'll be nice and fresh for dinner tonight. But we'll see if we can upgrade a little bit later on. For now, I'm gonna have 10 minutes laying down in my little home that I've just made, and we'll get back out there very bloody soon. Oh. Tell you what, it's good to rest your legs after walking 50 k's. Whew. You mongrel. Oh no! I got it! Ah! I just lost one. I actually had it on the end of the bloody spear. You're kidding. You little mongrel. That would have been a lovely fresh little feed. Come on, come back. Where are you? Well, the wind has completely and utterly stuffed this challenge up. I cannot see a thing in here right now. It is mud. We've got about 45, we've got about an hour, 45 minutes of light left. I'm gonna keep punching around here. Can't see a thing though, it's literally pointless. I can't see anything. It's that murky and muddy right now. Behind me here just looks like a chock milk. We lost one fish way back up there. It was a little bit clearer there, but as that tide keeps pushing up, it's just getting worse and worse. So what do? You go and lay in your bloody homemade rock wall house and start a fire and cook up some hot, sweaty fish. Sounds like what we're gonna have to do anyway. All right, I'll see you around the fire. What a day to be alive. I tell you bloody what, it's good to sit down. That second session was absolutely useless. But I tell you what, but throwing that spear, it's not easy. But it is something that's really bloody enjoyable, and it worked. We've got 3 fish over there for dinner. Nice little fire. Oh, a lot of walking, but it was worth every step. Look at this. It's paradise. Alright, here's our catch for the day. It's not the biggest bloody haul of a lifetime, but it is food and the spear did work. So there's a beautiful whiting, and here's 2 nice little mullets. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to lay these mullet straight on top of these hot coals, just like that. The whiting also is going on. These are beautiful eating fish actually, so he's going to go in the middle there. It's as simple as that. Slowly let them cook. They're going to be not too bloody bad. Have a look at this, with a little bit of a fireplace. That's our bedroom for the night. We've got a homemade spear that absolutely did the job it was made for. And here we go, the sun. Come here, big dog. That sun is just about to disappear over there into the bush. Look at that. What a way to spend a day. And we're only halfway through this challenge. Still got all day tomorrow to go. Look at this. It's my favorite time of the day right now. Doesn't get any better than this, doggies. This is what we're here for. This is living. These fish are just about done. They don't look too pretty, but I tell you what, they're going to taste pretty bloody good. It's done, I reckon. Wait. Give him another minute, the old whiting. That is truly, absolutely delicious. Look at this. That's one of the little mullet. You don't get a lot of meat off them, or you do get a little bit of meat for considering how small they are, but when it's cooked in the ashes like that, I tell you what, it just gives it this very smoky, beautiful flavor, like perfect, beautiful little bits of white meat. It's bloody delicious. It's been sitting in a hot backpack for about 6 hours, and it still tastes good. It is the first thing I've eaten all day, but it's really good. I want to get into that whiting. Whiting are a beautiful eating fish. Start off with the mullet. Never disappoints. Look at that! The freshest, whitest, most beautiful meat caught with a bamboo spear which we made ourselves from the bush. How bloody good. Tomorrow morning we're back out there again. We'll see if we can spear that big dog we came for. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos where I like make something, like make some semi sort of bushcraft materials or like weapon or spear, and then we go and use it, catch fish and cook it up like this. If you guys enjoy these videos, do me a favor and smash that like button so I know that you guys enjoy these kind of videos, and I'll keep making them because I absolutely love doing this kind of thing. Truly, it's the best thing you can ever do. All right, here's that whiting. Look at this. A couple more of these would have been nice, eh? Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. This looks delicious. Look at the color of this meat. That whiting is literally, the meat is literally glowing white. Look at the color of that. That is beautiful. Oh yeah, that's way better than the mullet. Maybe that can be my new targeted species. They're pretty bloody small though. Man, that's good. Yeah, the whiting's what it's all about. That's real good. I'll tell you what, that whiting was the icing on the cake. That was really, really bloody delicious. The mullet are usually pretty good, but that whiting was beautiful. I could eat about another 50,000 of those little fish right now, but we only got the 3, and that's it, mate. You gotta take the good with the bad. At least we got something. Like, I didn't actually think we were gonna get anything on this mission, to be honest. The spear, I am very happy with how the spear's held up. It's, there's not one thing wrong with the spear whatsoever, and I've thrown it about 50 times. It's hit rocks. It is performing like it should. It's working very, very bloody well. It is about to get very, very dark out here. And unfortunately, I've had to put the fire out just purely because I don't want that fire going tonight. It's real windy, and obviously this is really dry vegetation up there, so I just don't want the ash going everywhere, you know? So it's gonna be a little bit of a dark night. We've got the moon that's gonna cast a little bit of shadow, a little bit of light over the campground for us. And apart from that, I'm out of here. It is about to get pitch black. I'm gonna lay down in our little homemade house. Look at this. It really, really doesn't come much better than this. A doona or a sleeping bag wouldn't go astray, but hey, sometimes you gotta put yourself out there. All right, I'll see you in the morning. If anything weird or wacky happens tonight, I'll get up and film it, but until then, I'll see you in the morning, doggies. Much love. Ow! Good night. Very quick update. It is just gone past 12 o'clock. The wind has not stopped whatsoever, and it's not too bad. I'm covered in sand. I've got sand in my ears. I've got sand absolutely everywhere, but no bugs, no mozzies, and the tiniest bit cold right now. I could put a hoodie on, but anyway, we'll see you in the morning. Good bloody morning to you. It is extremely early. That sun has not even popped his head up over there yet. And that was a pretty bloody good sleep. I was knackered last night. Have a look at this. Wasn't a bad sleep at all, really. I'm covered from head to toe in sand. That's the only problem right now. I've got sand in my ears, sand. I've got really crusty, sandy eyes. Look at this. Oh, proper sand in my ears from the wind carrying the sand last night, but it actually was a pretty good sleep. A couple of kangaroos were passing by, they woke me up, but apart from that, it wasn't bad at all. Have a look at this. This is sick. Look at how magic this is right now. The sun is just about to pop its head up over there. The wind has completely backed off. The flies are actually pretty thick right now. The flies have come back out to play, but that sun's about to pop its head up over there. And we're about to go round 2 spearing, see if we can get that monster we came for. I've just got to wait for that sun just to come up a little bit, just so I can get a bit more visual in the water. Oh, I tell you what, mate, a nice hot cup of coffee, that would not go astray right now. That would be bloody beautiful. Anyway, just gonna hang out till that sun pops up a little bit more, and then we'll go and start round 2 spearing. Hopefully we're gonna get that big dog we came for. Maybe 1 or 2. You can only try. I'm very excited to see what this morning brings. It is a beautiful morning. There's not a breath of wind. Maybe I did get attacked by either mosquitoes or sandflies last night. My legs are a little bit itchy actually, which is a bit worrying because if they're sandflies, that's going to be next level pain, but they're not too bad. We'll see how the day progresses, but we're going to jump out there right now. That sun has just started greasing up over there in the background, so we're going to make our way through this little mangrove system here, get back out of those sandy flats, and see if we can upgrade on yesterday's tiny, pathetic little fish that we got. Hopefully, we can get that big dog we come for. If not, the spear did work. Challenge was made yesterday. We got fish with the spear, but you need to get those big dogs, you know. Oh, look at it. Yes, look at this. It's not a breath of wind. That's what I'm talking about. The only problem is that that water is still like choc milk. No! That water is horrible. That's not good. That's really not good. So hard to see through the water right now. Very, very hard. You mongrel. They're there. Oh, they're only small mullet. Very small mullet. We'll have a shot, but oh, got one. Oh no! We actually had something on then. You little mongrel. Oh, there we go. Oh. All right, we got fish on. Yes, finally. We got fish on. Look at this. Oh, there we go. We got another beautiful whiting. That's going straight in my backpack for lunch. Hallelujah, we finally got a fish. Straight through the back of the tail. Not the best shot, but look at that. We got lunch. That's beautiful. Oh. This is my chance, this is my chance. Right now. Oh. Ah! Look at these turtles. I don't even reckon they know that I'm here. Good morning, beautiful. How are you, mate? That's pretty dope. Oh. Oh. This is so much fun. Look at this. This spear is holding up so bloody good. I'm just chasing a school of mullet way down there. My head camera's gone flat, so I can't film those bloody throwing anymore, but this thing is holding up like an absolute dreamboat. Look at this. There is not one problem with this spear. This morning, I've just been getting reckless. I'm just throwing it at every fish that moves. We're hitting rocks, we're hitting mangrove roots, and there is not one thing broken on this spear right now. It is a bloody good time out here. But with that said, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. I'm getting picked up in about another 2 hours, but we've just hit that 24-hour limit on the head, and look, that was super, super fun. A very fun little mission, a successful mission. We wanted to come out here and catch fish with a spear, which we made from the bush, and we did it. We definitely did it. We got 3 fish last night. We got 1 whiting in the bag for lunch today, and that is it from me, doggies. If you guys want to grab a hat, a long sleeve t-shirt, a hoodie, all the good sort of merch, make sure you smash this button here. If you guys aren't subscribed yet and you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you smash this button here, and I will see you on the next video in the next adventure. This spear works so good. I've got about 2 more hours before I get picked up. I'm gonna keep heading up there and see if we can get that big dog. All right, doggies, much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Ow!